Only on 13, linked by a common bond. Texas star wideout Tank Dell offering words of encouragement to a high school athlete who was sidelined with the very same horrific injury that's kept Tank off the field since December.
CE King's Bryce Lyons suffering severe injuries that would require an anatomy lesson to fully understand. But the impact is easy to. His senior year spoiled. But as ABC 13's Joe Gleason showed us earlier tonight, Lyons is still the heartbeat of his team, a key component keeping those young men motivated during what's been a super successful season. Joe introduced us to Lyons in our Athlete of the Week and joins us now live.
Now, Joe, I know you won't take credit for this, but you were instrumental in setting up that meeting with Tank at tonight's huge game against North Shore.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to take credit. It was all Tank. What a great human being he is. CE King is dedicating their season to Bryce Lyons, who had that horrific knee injury. A knee injury, like you said, similar to Tank Dell. Now, I told Tank about Bryce at a U of H game. Then I told him about him at a Texans game. Tank was struck because Bryce was a senior. Well, tonight, Tank shows up out here and he gave Bryce some words of encouragement. They talked about the injury. They talked about the rehab. It was really cool because they go through a lot of physical therapy, but tonight for Bryce, this was mental therapy.
Hearing what somebody else went through, and it's being similar to what I'm going through, and hearing like the things that they did to get back to where they are right now, it made me feel good. It made me feel like that it's only temporary. So I know that this won't last forever.
He wanted to spend his Friday night in Houston, Texas, under some Friday night lights, and coming to, give a kid who had a pretty similar injury as him some motivational words. So, man, I mean, to my son, that means a lot. And for me as a father, I mean, it's no way to repay that, man. I mean, I'm speechless right now. So.
Yeah, Tank is an incredible human being for spending time to come out here. Bryce's dad shared with me for what Bryce is going through, for one of his idols to come out here. He looks up to Tank because Tank is playing at the highest level. For him to spend some time out here meant so much to Bryce and his family.
Yeah, Joe, I mean, it hits different when somebody literally knows what you're going through. And like you said, to see somebody that he looks up to, that's just really special.
All right, good stuff there, Joe. Now let's get to the game. This was a huge mashup between two Titans in that area and district, North Shore, CE King. Let's get the highlights from you tonight.
Yeah, Eric, both these teams come in 7-1 on the season, 5-0 in district. If you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. Well, CE King up against it today. Hezekiah Johnson scored one of his 2 first-half touchdowns. Caleb Maryland hit Dorian Barnes to go up 21-0 in the first quarter. Right before half, Timothy Potts keeps it for the CE King touchdown. It was 28-20 at half. Second half, all Mustangs. The final score out here, 40-27. North Shore has the inside track. Well, at least they have a share of the district championship. Depending on what they do next week against Summer Creek, they could win district outright. So big night out here. I'm so happy for Bryce and his family to get a chance to talk to Tank. And Tank told me days in rehab can be pretty lonely, and he wanted Bryce to know he'll always be there for him. He gave him his phone number. So my hat's off to Tank Dell. I mean, what a great human being. I'm reporting live from Sheldon ISD Panther Stadium. Joe Gleason, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Good stuff.